Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, some people grow up with two parents. I grew up watching one person carry responsibility of two. So let me begin with one question. If the law guarantees equality for every citizen, why there are so many mothers must struggle twice as hard just to live with dignity? Today, I stand here before all of you, not only as a university student, I stand here as a son of single mother. My name is Muhammad Analta Gibransyah. I am a law student from Faculty of Law Universitas Ahmad Dahlan. And through this motivational speech, I invite all of us to reflect one fundamental legal principle that should guide our commitment to Sustainable Development Goal number 5, gender equality. The principle of equality before the law. Because equality before the law should not stop in our constitutions, legal documents, or even classroom discussion. It should exist in real life, especially for women who carry responsibility meant for two people. Ladies and gentlemen, single mothers are not only raising the children, they're also raising the future of this nation. Yet, many of them still raise that future without equal protections, without equal opportunities, and sometimes without equal recognitions. And as a law student, I believe that equality before the law is much more complex than that. Equality before the law means every citizen, including single mother, deserve the same protections, deserve the same respect, and deserve the same access to opportunity regardless of their background and social status. But however, reality often tells a different story. Many single mothers must face economic vulnerability while supporting their families alone and while carrying double responsibility in every single day life. I remember that this issue also happened in my own home directly. I remember when my mother had to manage all household needs, my education, and all their responsibility all at once without financial certainty and also institutional supports. And beyond economic struggles, many single mothers also face a problem in obtaining birth certificates. I remember when my mother had to process my birth certificate when I was a child. Because my mother did an unregistered marriage and raising me on her own, the administrative become complex and not easy. That needs extra patience, extra explanation, and extra strength from a mother. And many single mothers also face social stigma that quietly questions their dignity instead of supporting their strengths. Growing up, I often heard a lot of questions from the people around me asking why my family was different, even though I knew that those questions were not spoken to hurt us, but those questions carry assumptions that every single family were incomplete. And today, I stand here before all of you as the living evidence that behind every strong child raised by a single mother, there is a woman who fought a silent battle that society often failed to see. This is why I think supporting single mother issue is not only about a social issue. It is also a justice issue, it is a legal issue, and it is a humanity issue. That is why, as a student of Muhammadiyah institutions, we are part of a movement that has long believed that education must serve humanity. This means we are not only responsible to learn about justice, but we are also responsible for bringing justice closer to the society. And we can start by raising awareness about the rights of single mother, we can support community initiative around us, and most importantly, we can change the way society sees single mother, not a symbol of limitations, but a symbol of strengths, sacrifices, and also contributions. And lastly, through this motivational speech, I invite all of us to believe that equality before the law should not stop in our legal textbook, because it must live in our communities, it must live in our policies, and most importantly, it must live in our actions. And maybe this is just my story, but if we continue to ignore this issue, maybe there's gonna be another Gibran who witnessing their single mother fight a silent battle alone, who witnessing the struggles in equality, limited access, and also opportunity. That is why I believe that equality before the law must truly means equality for every single mother. Because when a single mother receives opportunity, a generation receives opportunity. And when a generation receives opportunity, a nation moves forward. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.